Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chickens here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we have Season 35 announced and our final position in Season 34. So we'll talk about that a little bit. And yeah, so Season 35, To the Skies. This is actually the same name title as Season 16. So we'll take a look at that tech tree kind of briefly and just see if we can draw any comparisons and that kind of stuff. So guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I post more ships each and every single day. Appreciate those of you throwing in the code CHICKEN in the shop. Nothing going on really in there right now, but it does expire every 7 days. Appreciate it if you do a little CHICKEN. So yeah, first let's talk about Season 34 and where we finish up here. So I already looked at the screen, but obviously we did finish in Legendary, and our final rank was, I believe, 290, which might be that might be my highest finish ever, honestly. I know there was that one season a while ago where I did really good, but then I parked like super early. But yeah, man, super happy with this. Super happy with this finish. We can take a look at the final attacks and stuff. 944 battles fought. That is a lot, but it's about half of what I did last season. So step in the right direction there. Yeah, just over 50% win rate, and that put us at number 16 in Canada. It's funny, I remember Canada used to be not that competitive, so shout out to Shishk and everyone in the task force. OP made a nice push at the very end, so big shout out to those guys as always. But yeah, so overall, Season 34, other than the start, we can't look at the texture now, so I'm going to kind of forget some of that stuff, but other than the start of it, which was obviously a huge problem with the Warriors right out of the gate and not being able to take down engine rooms and that kind of thing. Once we got going, I felt like it actually was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of different decisions to make. And yeah, I felt like after we got about halfway through the season, or even just like past that first part, however long that took you, it's different for everybody. Once we got past that point, then it really opened up everything, and it became a lot more fun. And I felt like, anyways, for me maybe, this season had a lot more just kind of lulls, like stalls, like just points where progression wasn't really open for anybody. There's 2 or 3 times where I think I just sat for a week and I basically didn't unlock anything exciting, didn't really do much. All we did was just simply get to that next effective tech and then push our brains out once we got to that point. So I don't like that style, and hopefully it's not always like that, but I don't know. Overall, it wasn't as bad as I guess we thought it was going to be out of the gates, but yeah. So I would say it was a good season. Definitely had its good to middle kind of season. It definitely had its problems, like we talked about, but yeah, I don't know. Like once we got up to getting Kavon early was definitely kind of interesting, and yeah, but I don't know. The biggest problem this season was right out of the gates with the Warriors that kept fizzling, like we just saw, and that combined with all the slow points throughout the season. There wasn't enough times. I wanted to play more. Honestly, I wanted to play more, but just I don't know, for whatever reason. That's how they drew it up. So yeah, let's find a new opponent. And because I want to be able to talk while I'm doing this, so I just want some nice, easy face rolls. So yeah, I've got here a couple images. So this is a clip from Season 16, which had the same tech tree name, To the Skies. So we can see clearly on here, we had rocket choppers unlocked on day 1 as our first troop on Season 16. So that was definitely different, and something that we've only seen that time. Typically, rocket choppers are about mid to, a little like after, but somewhere in 4, 5, and 6 ERs. Otherwise, we don't typically see them early. Same with heavy choppers. Heavy choppers are typically always at the very end of the season. So it is very rare to see those guys, any earlier on. So once we look at this next picture of the tech tree over here, can I close this one first? There we go. Alright, so here's what we have next. I assume we're just good here. Do another shock there, and What are you guys doing? They must have got hit by a shock launcher somewhere. Yes, we can see here, this was actually just after 4 years, so, I mean, it was very possible, I believe it was after 4 years, I might be wrong, but if it was just after 4 years, that means that some people could get heavy choppers on day 1, which is crazy. That's, I don't know. You know, we always say with warships and tech tree design, make it different, make it interesting, you know, make us have to think, and not just simply, you know, do the same old heavy rush at the beginning that turns into, you know, heavy chopper rush at the end. So, yeah, throwing them out like that, I think it's fine. Obviously, it depends on how well balanced the rest of the tree is. So, it's hard to say. I mean, that might not even be the case. They might do something completely else. They might throw heavy choppers on right out of the gates, which would definitely solve the problem of not being able to clear engines and get chests. But I don't know if we want to go too far down that road either, because I mean there was a little bit of talk last season about heavy choppers. Maybe you guys can sound off in the comments here. I'll take this off the screen though. Maybe you guys could sound off in the comments too. Do you think heavy choppers are too strong? Do you think they suck the fun of the game? Should they be so strong where, you know, that's the push point we're trying to get to at the end of each and every season? Are they born to years? In my opinion, I like using heavy choppers. I find it just takes some of the I don't know. Because at the beginning of the season, it's always like high pressure, high risk, high reward kind of attacks where you might fizzle, you might not, you know, depending where bombardiers are. But typically heavies start to fizzle off about halfway through 4ER. So just getting to that heavy choppers, it's usually such a nice kind of relief in you know, and such a different style of attack where it's more about, you know, kind of time-based specific flaring. Obviously, if the attack turns into just simply flaring engine room to engine room, but I don't know. At the same time, like I'm bringing up these points, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate at the same time, just to give you both sides of the coin. But you know, at the same time, chopper rush, yes, the overall strategy is pretty straightforward. I mean, you know, flare from engine to engine, but you know, to win every single time against people with the exact same tools, that's where it gets a little bit tricky. And yeah, I get that it can get stale and stuff, but to say that it's not strategic at all, I think is not really true. You know, there's definitely a skill to it for sure. But it's something I want to hear from you guys on. Do you think heavy choppers need a rework, or are they good with where they're at? I don't know if that flare went down. I think I double smoked there too. Nice. Okay. So where's the other shock launcher? He's way over there. Alright, so we're going to shock here and here. I don't know. I think we're going to have too much splash damage here to... oh, maybe not. Maybe we'll be okay. It's always a good idea to hit the shock launchers with warriors, but nothing else might be a range. So Chaikin, Mr. Bacon goes down, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm interested to see the tech tree for sure. If we are going to get the flying troops early, that'll definitely be a huge change of pace. And if done right, and you know we have the defenses to combat everything, it could be cool. But at the same time, it's like, you know, when we get these troops at the start, then what are we finishing with? Like, we don't want to have the end game meta right at the beginning of the season, because then there's no change of troops and it gets a little bit stale. You know, in that sense, versus, you know, when we try to get them at the end of the tree, at least it's something to kind of look forward to and really change up the pace of the attack style. Let's take on Sugar here. I don't know if this is the Sugar Ship Sugar, but let's see. Ooh, this looks dirty. But I think we're okay just to kind of blast through this. I don't know how many mines are in here, but we're about to find out. We are about to find out. So let's flare up to the stone storage on this side. We're going to do a little smoky action. Smoke. And let's heal them up here, because there are quite a few mines we're starting to run into. And there's a few more in the HQ as well. So let's get them at full health. And 1, 2, 3. Do one more medkit right there. Boom. Shock launchers are pretty close to being out of range. This one is anyways. So let's go... I think we're going to go shock and then hit the flamethrowers. Try to do it as quickly as we can. Alright, there we go. We got the flamethrowers. We got the launcher. The other one is out of range, I believe. Grappler is not, but that's fine. Boom! There it is. So, Let me know what you guys think. Season 35 to the skies. Crazy to think that we've gone through 35 seasons of Warships. Feels like it was just yesterday when the chicken was out with all the guys out in Finland. When we were looking at it for the first time. That was cool. Still got the trophy right here. Right here. Take a look at that. So hopefully we can get another top 500 at the end of this season. You see, we did get our eighth finish there. So pretty happy with that. And let's do a mortar before we sign off here. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Checking out. Back.